Hello everyone, Andy, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever dreamed of having your own little orchard, but thought you didn't have the space? Well, what if he told you that you can grow your own miniature citrus garden right on your balcony? It's not as hard as it sounds. Today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to create a stunning and productive bonsai citrus tree step by step. Even if you're a total beginner or have a tiny outdoor space, you can do this. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to start your own little citrus grove that not only looks beautiful but gives you fresh fruit too. So grab your gardening gloves, and let's get started. First things first, we need to pick the right tree for the job. Not all citrus trees are created equal, especially when it comes to living in a small pot. For bonsai, you want varieties that are naturally compact and you don't mind having their roots restricted. So, what are the best options for your balcony? Let me show you my top picks. Here we have a lemon, a lime, and a calamondin orange. These three are fantastic choices for container bonsai. Why? Because they tend to stay small, they're quite resilient, and most importantly, they will still produce fruit even at a miniature size. Calamondin, in particular, is a star performer. It's incredibly prolific and will often be covered in tiny, sour oranges that look like little jewels. Meyer lemons are another great choice, as they are naturally a bit smaller and sweeter than standard lemons. Key limes also work wonderfully. The key is to start with a young, healthy seedling. Look for one with vibrant green leaves and a sturdy stem. Starting with a good plant gives you a huge head start and makes the whole process so much more enjoyable. So when you're at the nursery, look for these varieties and pick the one that speaks to you. Alright. Now that you've chosen your perfect little citrus tree, it's time for the next crucial step of selecting the right pot and the soil. This is where the bonsai part really starts to take shape. You can't just use any old pot. For a traditional bonsai look and for the health of your tree, you need a shallow bonsai pot. The most important feature is drainage. See these large holes at the bottom? They are absolutely essential to prevent water from sitting around the roots, which citrus trees absolutely hate. Root rot is the number one enemy of container plants, so good drainage is non-negotiable. As for the soil, forget about regular garden soil. It's way too dense and you will suffocate the roots. You need a special bonsai soil mix. You can buy pre-made mixes or make your own. A good mix typically contains ingredients like akadama, pumice, and lavarak. These materials create a light, airy medium that holds just enough moisture but allows excess water to drain away freely. You also like to add some small pebbles or a layer of drainage mass at the bottom of the pot to ensure those holes never get clogged. Getting the pot and the soil right sets the foundation for a healthy, thriving bonsai for years to come. Okay, we have our tree, we have our pot, and we have our soil. Now for the exciting part, planting your bonsai citrus. This step can feel a bit nerve-wracking, but just be gentle and take your time. First, prepare your pot. If you're using drainage mesh, place a small piece over each drainage hole. Then, add a thin layer of your bonsai soil mix. Now, let's get our seedling ready. Carefully remove it from its nursery pot. You might need to gently squeeze the sides of the pot to loosen it. Once it's out, you'll want to gently tease out the roots. Don't be afraid to trim them a little, especially if they are circling the bottom of the pot. This encourages new, finer roots to grow into the bonsai soil. Now, place your seedling into the bonsai pot. Think about the positioning. This is your first act of styling. Make sure the roots are spread out evenly, like a little radial pattern. You don't want them all clumped together. Once you're happy with the placement, start adding more bonsai soil, working it in and around the roots with your fingers or a small chopstick. This helps to eliminate any air pockets. Fill the pot until the soil level is just below the rim, and gently press it down. The tree should be secure and upright. And that's it. Your citrus is officially a bonsai in training. Now we move on to one of the most important and creative aspects of bonsai, pruning and shaping. This is how you transform a regular little plant into a miniature, artful tree. Don't be intimidated by the scissors. Pruning is essential for keeping your citrus tree small and encouraging it to develop that classic bonsai structure. The main goal is to promote compact growth and a dense canopy of leaves. So, what should you prune? Start by removing any branches that are growing straight down, straight up, or crossing over other branches. You want to create a clean, open structure. You can also prune branches to guide the tree's overall shape. Do you want it to whip or have a more traditional upright form? This is where your artistic vision comes in. Besides branches, you should also trim the leaves. For citrus, you can even cut larger leaves in half to encourage the tree to grow smaller ones, which will be more in scale with its miniature size. Regular pruning, especially during the growing season, will stimulate bud budding. This means new shoots will grow closer to the trunk, making the tree look fuller and more mature. Remember, every shoot is a decision that shapes the future of your tree. Start small, and you'll gain confidence as you go. With your bonsai planted and shaped, let's talk about the daily care that will keep it happy and healthy. The two most important things for a citrus bonsai are water and light. Getting the watering right is a bit of an art. The general rule is to water thoroughly when the top layer of the soil feels slightly dry to the touch. When you do water, do it until you see water running freely from the drainage holes at the bottom. This ensures the entire root system gets a drink. Then, let it dry out a bit before watering again. Overwatering is a common mistake and it can lead to root rot, so it's better to be a little too dry than a little too wet. A small watering can with a gentle rose is perfect for this. Now for the second key ingredient, sunlight. Citrus trees are sun lovers. They need at least 68 hours of direct sunlight every day to thrive and, more importantly, to produce fruit. A south-facing or west-facing balcony is ideal. If your tree isn't getting enough light, it will look laggy and won't be very productive. In addition to water and light, you'll also need to fertilize regularly during the growing season, from spring to fall. A balanced liquid fertilizer formulated for citrus or acid-loving plants works great. Just follow the instructions on the package. Proper care is the secret to a vibrant, healthy tree. After months of patient care, pruning, watering, and waiting, you'll get to experience the ultimate reward. Harvesting your very own homegrown citrus. There is nothing quite like seeing tiny little lemons, limes, or calamondin start to form on the branches of your miniature tree. It's a truly magical moment and a testament to your dedication. The fruits will start as tiny green nubs right after the fragrant flowers fade, and they will slowly swell and ripen over several months. You'll know they're ready to pick when they've reached their full, vibrant color, bright yellow for lemons, deep orange for calamondins, and they feel slightly soft when you give them a gentle squeeze. When it's time to harvest, you can gently twist them off or use a small pair of scissors to snip the stem. The flavor of these homegrown fruits is often incredibly intense and aromatic, far superior to anything you can buy in a store. Even if you only get a handful of fruits, the satisfaction is immense. It's the perfect, delicious reward for all your hard work and a wonderful way to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Literally, you can use them in drinks, in recipes, or just enjoy them as a tiny, fresh snack. So there you have it. Growing a beautiful and productive bonsai citrus tree on your balcony is not only possible, it's an incredibly easy and rewarding hobby. From choosing the right variety and pot, to the careful acts of planting, pruning, and daily care, every step is a chance to connect with nature and create something beautiful. With just a little bit of sunlight, water, and attention, you can transform a small space into a lush, green oasis that provides both beauty and fresh, delicious fruit. Imagine stepping out onto your balcony to pick a fresh lemon for your morning tea or a tiny orange to garnish a drink. It brings a little piece of the orchard right to your home. I hope this guide has inspired you to give it a try. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to see photos of your bonsai citrus journey. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more gardening guides. Happy growing!